Okay, now hi, I want to say welcome again, welcome to another video. It's a late night video, so I'm talking very quietly. I hope you can hear my voice. Yeah, so just turn up your sound loud if you can't hear. Okay, in this video I'm going to be working on some more character design sketches. Soon I also hope to do some more painting and drawing from life of actual real photos of people as well, trying to practice that and trying to paint and design my own faces too, but like by practicing first of all drawing all kinds of faces and looking at the structures of them, painting and drawing from real life like photos and stuff. And I'm also going to do some more painting for scenes in general. I've got more manga type, anime type, cartoons and stuff coming up, animation that I'm working on as well, as I say, and this is what I'm actually working on, trying to design some characters, as I say, for some of these shows. Here I want to say I've got a little sketch that I did in the last video, which I'll show you now. In the last video I did this rough sketch here of this soldier type guy, okay, in different poses, different angles, and I was also excuse me, I was also looking at different ways of setting up poses, and stuff like that. Yeah, so in this video I'm going to go with what I said. I'm going to go with like just using various. I'm not going to use guidelines. I'm just going to go in with a we'll have a blue, dark blue, normal pen, and I'm just going to start doing some crazy positions. I think, well, what I'm going to do is let's have some fun. I'll put some marks around. That's what I'll do, some little marks. Sometimes I'll do X's and stuff, But what I'm going to do with all of these, okay, is we've got quite a few there, haven't we? Quite a few indeed. We'll have two different ones. For this first one I'm just going to draw a load of stick figures striking these with various fighting moves, okay? Actually, something that helps me with that sometimes is I like to put other characters in like positions like that person's been hit or whatever, and then I imagine how the other guy's striking that character to get them into that position. But for this one I think I'm just going to have characters striking these points here, these points, okay? So I'm going to have these fairly faint, and let's just do that. So and what I will do in another one in a moment is I'll break this up into panels, just like as though it was a comic, not a real comic, but I'll just get different images and then try to imagine these points as being different things that characters are interacting with, okay? And I'm gonna go with our soldier character, okay? Basically I'm gonna try and practice drawing him in various positions anyway. The main character I really need to practice drawing in various positions too, and she's a female, a woman, but I'll do that in another video. Okay, so let's go. The first one, okay. Another problem is that they're all to the side, aren't they? You see, this is another problem. Now what I could do is I could add a level of three-dimensionality to this, even though we're not changing the size. Like if there was closer to us we would have like, you know what I mean, if it was closer to us we'd have like this circle would be bigger and this circle would be smaller because it's further away, and have a big circle here and a smaller one there, like planets in the solar system with the stars. Or, as I say, a mouse just right there watching y'all. Okay, I know we're not doing that in this video, okay, but I'm just saying, but we're imagining that, let's say there are whatever sizes, so it doesn't matter. But we're still going to give a level of three-dimensionality, because these circles aren't actual things, they're just points, okay, points. that this character is going to be, or the characters are going to be striking. And we have to imagine that the characters are on certain planes. So let's try and, not aeroplanes, I mean like planes. So let's try and work that out. Okay, so first of all, I think let's make a grid is what I'll do. Some goddamn grid, right? I do this. Make a grid, right? Oh, straight as possible without using rulers. Funny thing is, I could use rulers and make it a really good grid, but you know what? I'm just going to go in simple today. That seems to be okay, and I'm going to turn this motherfucker basically like this to make it a ground plane. I'll have it on a certain angle as well, like this. Shall I? This is one of the things, this is one of the decisions you got to make, as they say. So I'll make this. I've got to try and make this wider, as I say. Make it make some kind of sense. A bit lower. I'm not going to worry about if the characters are standing or what, or flying or jumping or whatever they're doing. But that is a basic grid plane, right? But it's not straight, as you can see. The lines are a bit wavy. That doesn't matter. You could even use this for a base point if you wanted to draw some scenery. You know, sometimes I do that. So sometimes I might even do that. I might use this as a reference point. So there's a tree at the end of this snowy road. It looks like snow, right? And there's a house at the end, and there's a car closer to us here. You know, and you might make a whole scene based on this kind of, you know, whatever, you know, another tree there. But we're not doing that here. I'm just saying, like, you know, you could do certain things, you know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I say, we've got this grid here. We're going to bring that down, and there are planes. So let's say there's a character that's close to us. Excuse me, like here. There's a character closer to us, right? Another character is going to be further away. And let's just imagine that this character is actually just standing on this line here. If you can see that line. Let's take another line that's further away from us down there. We can have a character that's even smaller. So maybe waving to us from far away. You know, and another character could be standing here, so he's like not as big as the other one, but still it's like smaller, but he's like, you know, even closer still. We can have somebody so close about here, and then somebody even further back down there. So you get the right idea of you know, distance, and you could set up a whole scene of a crowd of people like this, and then draw the details in, draw the characters in. So what I'm going to say is, you know, even dots and circles like these we've got on here, these could represent people, you know. These could actually represent people, like that one almost did. But, let's just see. So let's see. Hold on. Sorry about this. These advertisements, as I say, get on my nerves as well. Well, yeah, you can imagine all kinds of things. This could be a person here, you know. This could be a person. Oh, excuse me. This could be a person here, you know. But they're too small, these circles, really, unless you're doing really far away ones. But let's get back to what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, I was going to say you could have like various planes. So I was going to say, like, let's just have a try with that planes. We'll go to the tool options, and we'll have it like outline, no outline, and fields which have foreground colour. And then what I can do is I can just put different planes. Okay, we'll have it like that. That's one plane, you see, and we can have like lower opacity, you see, and I can have another layer there, like another one further back down there, so another plane. Bring that down a bit, we can still see it, sort of thing, you see. It should be getting darker as they get closer to us, but I'm just saying it gives you some idea of reference. So when I'm drawing characters, I can imagine that the first character, if I'm not dealing with any height lines like in the first place, like showing the waist, the legs from here, if I'm not having any of that, then at least it gives me something to work with. So like the first character might be within this sort of range, the other character who's further back starts about there, and he moves and he strikes these points, or whenever he shoots his gun or whatever, you know, from within that range, within that plane that's rectangle is pushed further back, whereas this character is moving along these planes within this area, you see, whereas the other character is like moving within this area. He can move in any direction but within that area only. He can't come closer to us. The closer he gets, the bigger he's going to get. See, the closer he gets, the bigger he looks. See, but let's just get rid of all that, and we're just going to just go roughly. Okay. So I'm going to merge that down because it's kind of getting confusing. Okay, so they're one now. These dots and that grid. Okay. Let's just go, man. Okay, so have some fun. I'll just do some random bodies. I don't even know, man. One's doing a kick. Okay, then we'll do that. I'm gonna try and ignore some of these marks, as I say. So this is doing that. This one maybe punching. Okay, the other arm's behind, so we can't see it. And let's do various punches. Okay, so this one's doing another punch. Boom. Okay, the other arm's like that. Okay, he's like coming straight past, it looks like. He's like coming forward almost. There, so there are a few punches there. Another one could be like what? Maybe one here. Uppercutting the thing, sort of thing. You see, something like that. Maybe this one's doing like a low side kick sort of thing to this. The head will be about there. So he's doing that, boom, like that, sort of an angle. You see, if I do it from closer now, let's do a closer one. So just do a few practice ones. I have to do this here. Let's have a look. So I do the body here. This hand's up as a guard. He can punch to a point here. Okay, he can. What can he do? He can uppercut that, back fist that. He can punch that one. He can punch that one. He can punch any of these points. Basically, he can punch across the body. Okay, so it's not really that hard, really, is it? So you can do one here. He's punching that. Let me think about this. I still find that this is not the best way to do it. I find the best way to do it is really just to have these points as reference for hits. So doing the character that's getting hit first, I want a character that's getting punched in the face, getting uppercutted, so we'll put the head here, that there, and he's going straight up basically. Hold on, he is actually human, I've got to remember that. The chin's going to be about here. Oh, excuse me, the chin's about here and the nose there. Now another character's going to get slammed, and his face is like that, and his hands are like that, and then the legs are up, and this is that, and then the feet are like that. Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to work this out now. The feet are like that because the, let me see, hang on, the backs of the legs are like this. The feet are like that, right? Yeah, that's right, because the backs, you've got to remember, it's like sausages basically, so they're like that, okay, so yeah. Boom, see? Another one's going to be like getting spun in some crazy angle, like some crazy twisted thing, like his body's like kind of over here. His face is going to be on this side, his ears here. Shoulder, we can't see that, so the other hand's about there. That's on the other side, about there. She's gone boom in that direction. Boom, boom, see? And this one, so you can get a lot of dynamic action from these people falling in different ways. You see, the funny thing is I don't actually have to keep them in those positions, in those where they are. I can move these now and do more. You see, do some more. So what I could do is let's do one closer to us maybe. So we have this head going right back here, and let's imagine that this arm was just about there. This is a leg. And the other arm's going to be like further away. We can't see it so far away, see. I want to say sorry for this looking a bit crude. If it looks like wrong there. You know. But damn, you know. Now, another one I'm going to have as well. Let's see, the idea is this character is punching this one in the face, you see. And this is where the action comes into play, you see. But, you know, we'll just do a couple more. Another one we can have here is like, even like different positions, like I could do this, do the body there, and then have like this as a foot or something. You'll see some crazy antics, some crazy move. I mean, you know, like that arm, that maybe that leg should be like that. That hand should be about there. You know, kicking the guy in the face. Maybe he's just come up like that. Whoa! Like from closer to us, and then boom. See. Or maybe he's just come around, we don't know. This is the thing, see, and again the body wouldn't be a complete circle like that anyway. The leg might be a bit like that as well, rather than like that. Bam in the goddamn head. See? And again, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to mess around too much longer, but with this, but you see, you can have all kinds of different things going on. Like these are the feet, see, you know, the backs of the legs, and then they go back into there, and these are the arms, like far away, you can't even see. Well, this guy's just flying away from us, like he's been punched away from us, you see. Whatever, so now we're seeing all these different shapes, you see. It's really fun to design these kind of movements, I'll say that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move them back into more better positions that we can work with, and let's just try and imagine how they got into those positions. Alright mate. Put that down there. We can actually get rid of our guides now, we don't need those guides anymore. Guides, I said, put this line here for a bit of a ground so we understand that he's on the ground. This one is actually tripping on the ground too, and this one's coming off the ground, so going in this direction. This one's going in that direction. This one's going in that direction. So this one's going in, just going back basically. So we understand the movement. Bring that down, and now on the next layer I'm gonna just draw some ideas of some moves, right? So it's really very simple. We can imagine that this is a character there who's come across. What I'm going to do is, to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing, I'm just going to do a quick cover up of these, another layer there. Okay, it's still there, don't worry. So let's imagine now that this has come out. Yeah, I've got to put more action into that, see. And I'm finding I'm really able to do any movements. This is great, you know, in a way. This is really cool in a way. I'm able to do this. It's very exciting stuff. Because if I go on another layer now, you look what I can do. See this character here. This character here. I have to do the face quickly. See, this is a hand. Okay. You know, and this is a whatever, a t-shirt, and this is an arm here. You know, he's not exactly right at the angle I've done there, but you know what I'm saying, it's like that's basically the idea. See the face boom, see? And then this to get some more motion I might need to change the angle of the guy, you know, he's making sure he's really falling back. See, whoa, this has come straight across, boom. So from behind he's span around basically. But you'd rather have a bit of the motion, see, from the clothes, see as well, see, shoom, see, shoom. Let's go, so boom, boom, bah, see, and flying back, see. So if I was to go in like that, you get the idea, right? That's what I'm saying. And this one's here. You can see that what's going on. He's spam around and got him. So okay. Right, now I'm gonna erase all of that. While I'm here as well, I will actually erase those as well. Get rid of that. Hold on, get rid of that. Where's my shit, man? Shit, dog. Okay, delete that. Move this across. Make it a bit bigger so we can have some fun and see what we're doing. And just try and imagine, at least within that range, something we can do. So, I'm still using a reddish pinkish colour, so let's imagine, okay, let's bring that down a little bit there so we can see. So what kind of move could we have? Okay, let's have some crazy one. How about this? We'll put the head here. The head here, it comes with real understanding of real martial arts. So this is the this is the beauty of it when you understand real martial arts, because So I've been training martial arts all my life, you know, say mostly, and so I'm not saying I'm great, but I understand a lot of movements, you know. So okay, so we're gonna have this body here, this body, and this leg's gonna be up here. See, bam, and it's kicked up here. See, boom. It's not. It can't be straight because of the angle. But you see, you know, what we're doing. This leg will be straight, see, about there, see? And you just learn about how to shape everything. And the arm, where am I going to put this arm? Maybe put it about here. Yeah, see, about like that. Wow, cool, see? Just spam around, kick the guy in the face, basically. Kicked him straight up. Motherfucker. Yeah. Next one we're going to do is, let's see, I'm having fun with these shapes. The next one, we can have a guy chucking this guy down, or we can have a guy, you know, kicking him down, or something like that. Could have someone's foot on top of his neck, or something like that, you know, something crazy. You know, whatever the hell. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have something like someone swinging the guy down by his legs and just smashing him down to the ground. Wham, shoulders across there. Okay. And the legs are like that in the air. Whoa, something like that. The head should be more down, I feel, like that. See that way? Yeah, you just chuck him down. You see? Okay, well, the legs are very spread, I know, but like something like that, maybe like this, not so far up. And I just feel that there's not enough energy there. There's not enough energy. You need to have more energy, like farther away. So like the head's here, or the arms are holding it like this, just swinging down. As the rest of the body's like that, and the legs are like that. The legs should be like that, I feel. Wow, he's like, I mean, they could be like that behind it, like that. But you get the idea. See, like, whoa, so he just smashed him into. But I just feel that the arms are like behind. I want to have the power of the whole body moving. So you got to understand the martial arts again. You know, okay, how about this? You could have like a, I could have this little guy doing it. One, see? Maybe like just swinging him around, or like maybe hold on, maybe like here. And then maybe the 2 feet about here, like the face there. It's gone backwards. Smashed him down. So from there, you probably can't understand that from what I'm looking at. It's just a rough guide, you know. But even from here, I mean, even like here, someone's standing like. I thought for this example I need to erase this one. I'm very sorry, guys. I must erase this one just so I can show you, okay? So let me just show you, okay, here now. It's like we're having some fun, don't worry. We're practicing fighting moves, basically. If I do this, even from here, see, it could be like that, you know. I could do, you know, some crazy big giant dude, you know, like that, you know, some crazy motion, you know, a couple of triangles there for the feet, and he just slammed him down, you know, something like that. It's not perfect, but I think the angle's not perfect anyway, you know, is the thing. you could have anything. You could have it like someone from afar has done a flying kick. See, he's kicked him down. Or it could be someone is, you know, slamming some massive axe or something on the guy's head. So there, maybe it could be like that, you know. Jumping straight into it, you know. Something like that, I don't know. Or maybe even just his body like still like that. Whoa, it's like a fucking Tom and Jerry, man. Yeah, see, like straight down. Literally going straight in. Boom. See, the weight of this thing is pulling his body down, and this is going up, see? Like, wrong. See, a massive smash from here. So. You got to feel the power, you got to feel the energy when you're doing it. You got to understand what they're doing. They're real moving people, you know, in the story. But this one here, another thing I could do is I could do another movement like, let's see, maybe this foot is here, and there's a bit of a body there, and I don't know. Let's see, this could be there and then there. I'm just trying to think. Hang on, that's over there. Yeah, like that, something like that, right then. Like that, something like that, I don't know. The legs there. This is behind and that's there, and then this legs let's come out, see. Wow, the heel of his foot is like, yeah, and you're like, shouting, ah. There's the hair, see. Whoom. And it's come, like this has come over, see, all the way around. Hiya, see. Shoom, and it's just got totally fucking finished. See, and you can imagine these movements in your mind, exciting movement, you know? The power of it. And this is a cool one, this one on the left, on the right side, this one, because this one we can have some fun with, sorry, this one here we can have some fun with. You know, I have to delete the other one just really quickly first. Let me just show you. Just delete this one first. Move this across. Give some space anyway for the movement. I think what's more interesting here is you can see some motions are where they're actually being hit. Like this could be perceived as being hit. For example, I could have like a, again, a similar thing like we just had just then, like a character striking, let's say again doing a kick, let's say in the case of the legs here, fuck it, I'll just do some sausage legs. You know, and all that, okay, you know, do all that business, you know. He's blasting into the guy. You can do that kind of stuff, but what I'm saying is like, if you look at this pose, this position, like I said, it looks like more like he's gone like almost triangular. So he's like what's it, circled around. It seems like the strike was about here. He got hit and then his body span around us, went over here, so his face has moved around and his shoulders has moved over here, and his whole body's like he's slightly going down. His body's going down. You can see the weight of his body is about here, and his legs have collapsed below him under here, as you can see. Just look at this character again, what I'm saying. You see, his legs are going down into the ground. His body's spinning here. His face is spanning. His shoulder is spanning. His arms are flinging. You feel that he's been hit about here or something like that, and it's a powerful strike here, and he's gone boom, and he's like flying over there. See, so you're trying to understand how he's been hit. So if I was to do like an animation sort of thing, it would have been like his body was about here or something, not exactly, but you know, and then he was here, you see, and he was like just standing minding his business. He gets struck in the face, he spins around, and he ends up here, something like that, you see. So you know, it's the basic understanding of it, right? Then the next following one, well, you can see what he's going to be. He's going to be laying down, isn't he? He's going to fall down, obviously, onto the floor. You know, yes. So let's now just add a movement in it anyway. So okay, I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. Look at this here. I'll show you something cool. Okay. We'll have this about like that. Okay, you can see, can't you? See? So I'm here, so you can see. Look at this. See? I have this here, and put 2 feet there. See? And the other legs are out there, and I think you understand just by looking at that. You should understand what I'm saying. So we're doing this guy. Okay, sorry about the advertisements, by the way. Again, you see, and this leg's gonna cross, and this is there, and the other foot's there. You see, sorry about the advertisements, by the way. It's fucking shit. Sorry, hold on. What do you see? And this leg's going across. If I just turn that into sausage legs now, you can get the idea. See, there, see, and this is a. You see, and you can see how he's kicked that guy. If I kind of stretch it a bit or whatever, do some crazy. You see things to fix it up a bit. You see how it's happened. See, you can just see what's happened. That has gone up there. I don't know, some way or another. You know. You get the idea though, right? It's gone across there. And this guy has just span around, you know, whoa. And the strike was about here. That's where the strike was. You know, the strike was about here. You'll see that, see, he just span around, see. Span around. See? He just kicked him across, basically. And he's just hurricaned. This guy has just span around, boom, boom. So you got to imagine certain things, you see. So you know, if this is a chain, and and the hand comes down to pick it up, then it's gonna, if he holds this point, then you're gonna end up with it like this sort of shape, aren't you? That's where the shape when the guy picks it up. See, and the guy picks that part of the chain up. See, there's a rope. He's picking that up. But it's like, you know, the thing is, like, if you know, same thing. So if someone, there's a ball and the foot kicks the ball, you know what I'm trying to say, it's going to like go in a certain angle. It's going to follow the line, you know, where it's going. So that ball's just going to end up wherever. It's going to probably end up there. You know, you need to understand where the movement's going and what I'm trying to say. You know, if this guy's lifting up a rope that's attached to a table, only this part is going to go up. This part. This part's not going to go up, because the point is this rope is attached to here. You see. But if he's going to lift a shopping bag up or a case, then yeah, it's going to be that's going to go up. You see. Yeah. So you understand all the movement of it all. You understand like you understand movement basically. If it's like a, you know, a string or whatever it is, or if it's a piece of paper, cloth, or whatever it is, you understand the different shapes of it, you know. So when you start to draw a character, excuse me, very sorry, hold on. Advertisements fucking piss me off, I'm so sorry about them, okay? Very annoying, I know. They always pop up there. But yeah, what I'm saying is, a bit of character, yeah? You can have like, say his arms are made of like tassels, like almost like long, say like wavy lines. You can have some energy like by doing that. Like you just imagine like the cloth or like long sleeve clothes or something like that, you know. You can imagine a character in like long sleeve clothes or like some ghostly character or something, you know. See like this, the ghost, or you can imagine that the things are moving, and sometimes you can get away with certain things with certain animations, certain characters. Like I can do a character like this and then just, you know, just imagine that's wrapping on the other side. You see, I can have this hand up here and I can have that coming over the top here. Similar thing like this over here and then this over there. See, it looks like it's made of paper almost. You see? The hand again could be this way, folded, or it could be hanging over. You see? And the same with the whole body. Let's see, the whole body can be folded up, like, you know, and this leg can be up there. And it's like all kinds of stuff can go on. So when you start to do the actual, providing it's like you're not going with like absolute stretchy Disney cartoon characters the whole time, but I'm just saying, let's imagine, okay, you want to get some more dynamic movements in there. You can like imagine them like this first. So you get the shapes, you see, and you're imagining how these pieces are wrapping around, how they're wrapping around and folding or bending around basically. You have to like go with more of a natural shape to the human body, of course, how it actually works, but you can kind of stretch it sometimes, and you know, certain things to work for you, or just start off with a sketch like that and then just try and make it work. So you may not want to have a really stretchy character, but like, you know, you work with these basic shapes. So this is here, okay, the arms here. Oh no, sorry, that's wrong. The body's actually bent up a lot, isn't it, up from here? So that would be like that actually in real terms, and then this would be about there, and this leg would be up there. Wouldn't be bent so much like that, but you know, you might do it in certain shows for effect. You know, this might be about there. So, and you can see how it looks more realistic, at least, you see, from there. You see from this image I'm doing now compared to that. But I'm saying the one on the right, you just imagine all the movements, you imagine where all the line is coming and where it finished and where it started, and his shadow is, you know. where it's going to hit and what happens, what's the result of that. His hand's moving back there, maybe he's moving slightly forwards, his arm, his back slightly hunched, but his head's there. He's like, the power of his energy is like in the centre, but he's sprung up. He's obviously used a lot of power to jump. He's had to shoot up like that, put all the power from his core into his foot, so there's a connection there, you know. And it's like, and you understand the motion, you know. I mean, even in this terrible picture on the left here, we can still get the understanding of the movement. Like if I bring this down for a second and delete that one, you'll see like the angles, like, you know, still got these angles, like this is coming up, hang on, this is going like up and then like around. This arm's coming around and wrapping around the other side. This hip's turned a bit and this is here, but the foot's hanging. There's no feet actually, but don't worry. This is just hanging there and this is there. The back's just kind of there, and you can feel the whole energy of everything, all these movements, you know. I mean, you can even imagine just drawing lines and then you see, and then imagining like what they could be movement wise. See, is this, you know, the water on the ocean? What is it? You know, water there splashing, and a boat in the storm, or is it, you know, a person, right on a person? What is it? Maybe it's just the flapping part of someone's clothes or something here. See that? Excuse me. See that there's a, it could be someone here in a, you know, in some kind of gear. You know, blowing in the wind, some cape there or something. And you get all the movement, you know, all the movement of the clothes and everything blowing in the wind. See, whatever he's wearing, I don't know, something like that. You get all these movements. You can really feel it, like the movement, like the wind, and you can go there on top. You'll get rid of that quickly. And you can imagine, you know, this red cape thing blowing in the wind. You can imagine the movement just by the lines showing you that. This part not so much, even though it's the same part of his clothes, but you know, it's like, you can imagine, but it's like, you know, you can imagine it a different colour, just to show you here the separation. There, see, and you can imagine the movement of it all. See, and I'll show you what I mean with that. Bring that down a little bit here, bring that stronger, bring that down to this level, and you can imagine this movement. See this, and which way is he going? Maybe he's going this way, so he's going this way. He's keeping his eyes, they're trying to keep down because, you know, got the wind. Maybe he's walking through the desert, there's a lot of sand blowing in the wind. He's trying to make his way all through the land, you know, and you've got all this dust blowing in his face, and it's going in and it's going that way, going past. Maybe it's rain, maybe it's snow, we don't know, you know, and it got this wind going in this direction straight at him, basically, you know. Yeah, so, you know, if we had a character that was like this, falling, maybe his hat would be there, just flying away as as he goes down, you know, in this direction, falling from up high. If we had a character that was like, you know, falling, we just do it straight down this time so you understand the angle wise. You know, we've got a character here who's falling, free falling, and he's got like this red cape. This guy is not Superman because he can't fly. He's got a cape, let's say, for some reason. And as this man is falling down, you will see that his cape is blowing up, or rather the wind is catching underneath, and he's falling down, you know what I mean? He's like, it's going underneath it, so the thing's blowing up, sort of thing. Got a bit of shadow there, so you understand. Shadow below as well. Can make it some fun and put some little buildings and stuff. You understand, the mountains and stuff. You understand? It's about to fall. See the shadow here, so you know that it's about to fall there. Okay. And that's that. It's a bit of contrast to show you. You can imagine the moon in the sky or whatever, and the clouds just falling down, see? So you just imagine this movement, okay? And I'm going to stop this video and move to go to bed now. I'm going to get some sleep, okay? Because the time is 3:35, motherfuckers. Not you personally, I'm just saying. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. In the next video, I'll be... Ah, shit, we didn't do what I was going to do. In the next videos, I'm going to draw some more designs for my characters. Designs for my characters being this one. More designs, more positions for this character, a couple more. I think we did do what we was going to do. We intended to like just practice some moves basically. I know how I could draw this character on top of any of those stick figures like much more neatly. In the next video I may give that a go, like do 1 or 2 positions, but I think I don't need to. I'm just going to give 1 or 2 rough positions using stick figures like I just showed you, and I'm going to draw the female character, the woman, the main character, the hero and the heroine of one of the new cartoons I'm doing. I'm doing various shows which have male and female characters. You know, yeah, I'm going to get some positions, yeah, sorted out, and then basically I've got to start working on my animation for my new cartoon, my new show in general. One of my new shows, because I've got it all sorted out. Scenes are all planned, written down and set up. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. As I say, I'm going to do some more drawing and painting as well. Drawing and painting from like more realistic stuff as well, like as other stuff on the side, like painting some scenery and painting some like realistic faces, drawing and sketching and painting from photos, and then trying to come up with my own very realistic like stuff, maybe some nice painted scenery and some nice detailed like faces and people, some different kinds of stuff, okay. Yeah, but I do like to do like cartoony stuff and manga like type stuff and, you know, anime and that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of cartoon anime type stuff and animation and comics. Thanks for watching this. Talk to you again very, very soon. Thank you for watching and take care of yourself now. Thanks a lot, yeah.